Hi, I'm Phyllis, southernfrugal.com. This afternoon, it's about the middle of the afternoon on Saturday, and I'm going to make a meatloaf. And I'm making 3 small meatloaves, and I am using my Norpro little loaf pans, and they're not as tall as a normal loaf pan, so I'm going to make 3 of them. So I've already figured out my cost per serving, and I'll share that with y'all, but it's a pretty cheap meatloaf. And the way I came up with this, I made chimichangas the other night, and I didn't have enough hamburger, and I had some pintos left over, a small bowl, and so I just mashed those up and put those in the hamburger and the cheese and all that, and it turned out fantastic. So I thought, well, this would make a great meatloaf too, plus it would cut down some on the cost, but it really tasted super good. So that's what we're going to do. All right, so let me turn this down so y'all can see. I bought, this is the first ground beef I have bought from Aldi. It does say 100% American farmed, and there's the cost for 2.31 pounds, so that would be about 2 1/3 pounds. So I'm going to put that in the bowl first. I do have on my little plastic gloves. Finally got some at Walmart the other day. So we're just going to dump this in the bowl first. And this is the 80/15, so there is some fat in it. So I'm going to break that up a little bit. Alright, so now I went ahead and cooked some more pintos. This is about 2 cups of pintos that I smashed up after I cooked them. And they don't even have any salt in them. So I'm going to put that in. Yeah, this turned out to be fantastic, and I was really shocked at how good it was. This is about 1.5 cups of shredded cheddar cheese. About 4 ounces is what that is. That's sharp cheddar. And I will leave the recipe right down below in the description. Alright, so now I'm going to have to take a glove off to put the spices in. So let me put that right there. Okay, I bought some cilantro dried. And I can tell you, when you smell it, it doesn't smell like cilantro, but when you wet it, it smells just like cilantro. So, of course, that's what it is. And when I was putting it in to the chimichanga filling, I probably put in about 2 tablespoons because it kind of spilled out, and I didn't realize it, but that worked out really well. All right, so now we're going to put in onion salt. It's probably about a tablespoon, and not quite as much garlic powder. Maybe a teaspoon or so of that. And I'm going to put in about a teaspoon of chili powder. Doing this in my left hand. Alright, and it does not taste like chili, okay, but that gives it a little distinct taste. I'm going to put salt in, maybe a teaspoon or so, because remember the pintos have not even been salted. There was no oil or anything in them, just I flat just cooked them. Alright, so this is 1 green bell pepper and 1 medium red onion, and I just sauteed them in a teeny bit of olive oil. I wanted to cook them ahead of time because I don't like to have meatloaf and crunch down on an onion or a piece of pepper that's not completely done. And by the way, my skillets are working out fantastic. In fact, I'm going to go back and next time I'm close to Dollar General and get me a couple of the pots too. Alright, I'm going to put my glove back on now and get my hands in here. Mix that all up. Now you notice I'm not putting an egg in it. I'm not putting any filler of any kind. Breadcrumbs, no, nothing like that. I'm just going to fix it just like this. Yeah, I got The chimichangas were out of this world. I could not believe how good they were. And the only thing I did any different than what I'd done before is I added the pintos. And you really couldn't tell that they were pintos. It just seemed like all meat to me. Just mix that up real good. Yeah, it's just really, really good. So y'all, we've gotten cleaned up from the storm, except for the leaves, because more leaves are falling since we're about in the fall now. Alright, so just want to get all those pintos all mixed in. So I'm thinking, if this turns out like I think it's going to, from now on, when I fix meatloaf, I'm going to fix it with pintos, smashed pintos. Alright, we probably got that mixed up enough. My glove keeps coming off. I keep dropping meat on my counter, which I'll have to do some sterilizing there, I guess. Alright, so now I'm just going to divide it up into trying to get it into 3 equal sections. I'm doing it like that. That looks about right. And my gloves just keep messing up. So I'll put it into 3 pans now. I have got my oven preheated to just 350 degrees. Dropped it onion there. So I'll put that down in each one and then kind of get them situated. Yeah, so I'm thinking these need to cook maybe an hour and 15 minutes. I won't know until they get done. And I like to make them smaller than the pan so that I can pour off the fat. This one looks a little bigger, because I want to be able to pour the fat off. And by the way, the meatloaf, just regular meatloaf, freezes really, really well. Redo this one. These gloves are a real hindrance to this, I think. And this one also is a little bigger, but I'm just going to leave it. Alright, so we're going to put this in the oven, 350 degrees for, I'm guessing now, an hour and 15 minutes. Get all my onions in there. Yeah, I'm just really thinking this is going to be as good as the chimichangas were. Alright, y'all. Get these gloves off so I can cut my camera off. Alright, we'll be back when these get done. Alright, the meatloaf's done. It ended up cooking about an hour and 10 minutes. I went ahead and cut some and tasted of it. I saved that little bite for Mr. Bucky. And I put salsa on it, organic salsa. It is super, super good. You would never know that it's not all meat. That's how much grease came out of it. That's a little over half a cup. I just poured that off of it, yeah. Anyway, there it is. I'm going to definitely try this again, and I'm going to use the leaner hamburger next time, just so I don't have to pour off that much grease. It's very, very moist and very good. You do need to put either some ketchup or the salsa. I think it's better with the salsa on it. Alright, y'all, I'll leave that recipe down below, and I don't know, you could alter it. I think I could have used a little more salt in it. But anyway, it's really good. Let me turn the light on here. If I can do that, let's see. forget how to do that. There it is. No, yeah, there it is. There, you can see it a little better there. Yeah. All right, so I figured out my cost. I think I can get 6 pieces out of each loaf because we usually try to keep our meat down to 3 ounces. Some will fix some cream potatoes and some kind of bread and something green, and we're going to have this for supper tonight. And I'm going to freeze the rest of it now. I'm going to let it get cool before I actually slice it because I don't want it to fall apart, because remember, we don't have an egg or anything in it. Anyway, again, there's the fat that came off of it from right there all the way up to almost the top level. Of course, that isn't fat down there, but that sure is. So a little over half a cup of fat came out of 2.3 pounds, or 2.2 1/3 pounds of 80/20 hamburger. Anyway, it does have a great taste, though, I'll have to say. It does. It tastes really good. All right, we'll see y'all next time.